Well, thanks for signing up for the class. Here is something you can do before you watch any of the videos. Prove to the PMI that you are eligible to take the exam. It takes a bit of time, so you should start this process soon. While you technically don't have to join PMI to get your PMP, it only makes sense to do so. The money you spend joining will be repaid in the discount you get on taking the exam. Click on this link up here. Now you have some choices to make. Most people sign up as an individual, but some may be students, retirees, or even organizations who sign up multiple people at once. Let's assume you sign up as an individual. Now they want your money. There are benefits in becoming an active member of a local chapter. These often have monthly events that provide good networking, a dinner, and some form of education. This is a great way to maintain your PMP with the PDUs provided. Either way, pay the money. You don't need to pay the extra $10 application fee next year. They'll provide you with your PMI number. You should receive a fancy certificate in the mail next week. You can learn more about the benefits of PMI membership by surfing around the website. Then get started on your certification process. Click on this Get Started link. Choose PMP unless you want another certification. If you do want another certification, find the relevant video for that certification elsewhere on the website. The video is pretty inspiring. After you watch it, click on the Apply Now link. One last chance to choose CAPM rather than PMP. Once again, choose PMP or go to the CAPM video on the website. The application process is a step-by-step process with your progress shown on the left side. First, enter some personal information. Then enter your education. If you have the equivalent of a 4-year college degree, this form makes a lot of sense. If not, you have to choose the No, I attended another university program option. Weird, right? The Field of Study scroll-down box has weird choices for high school education. In general, liberal arts might be your best choice here. Once again, it makes a lot more sense when you have your college degree. Now look over the requirements for your area carefully. With a 4-year college degree, you need 4,500 hours of PM experience over at least 36 months. And this experience must be recent, within the last 5 years. With anything less than a 4-year college degree, you need 7,500 hours of project management experience over at least 60 months. You have the last 8 years to gather this experience. This eligibility worksheet is what you will be filling up over the next few steps. Right now, you'll be entering your work experience. After you finish the class, you'll be entering your training experience. Click on the PM Experience tab. You don't need to enter everything you did, just enough to meet the minimum requirements to sit for the exam. Start with your most recent project. Put in some basic info. Add the company information where you ran the project. Add some contact information for someone who can verify this data. Now, this person doesn't have to still be working at the company anymore where you led the project. Entering the hours seemed daunting, so I'm going to give you a hint to make this easy. Create a spreadsheet like I did here. Figure that on a typical project you spend 5% of the time initiating, 10% planning, 60% executing, 20% monitoring and controlling, and 5% closing. If these numbers are different for you, just make the adjustments. Just make sure it adds up to 100% at the bottom. On the next column, type in the bottom how many hours you spent in total on this project. Here I figured the PM worked 3,000 hours a year and spent 60% of that year working on this project. That's 2,400 hours. I set up a calculation multiplying cell B2 by cell C7 to get the number of hours spent initiating. Then I copied that calculation down to get the hours spent planning, executing, etc. Then I plug those numbers into the PMI website. Don't sweat the exact numbers here for each process group. If they audit you, as long as you get the total right, there is no way they can prove you wrong on the number for each process group. Then add a description of the project for what it was all about. Explain your role in PMI terms like planning the project, following up on task progress, delegating tasks, etc. Make sure your description shows you to be the project manager, not just a team member. Then add the next project. You can save the company information, so if this project was at the same company, use this box to repeat the info. Just keep adding data to your spreadsheet and plugging it into the PMI worksheet. You may find you complete the hours before the months, or vice versa, so keep adding project until both requirements are fulfilled. Once you have enough, you can click the Save and Continue button. You'll be asked to verify that the information you entered is correct. And you can give them some optional information if you're feeling charitable and have the time. And that's it. When you complete the class, you can enter the hours you spent training, either on your own or in a formal class, and then you can ask to take the exam. We'll see you in class.